Hey guys, Woods Farm here, Project 222. This is episode 33. I'm just moving along on working on some of the fabricating for the body. I'm going to start working on the roof line and maybe some more detail work. We got to eventually get around to patterning out the fenders, so there's lots to do as we move towards getting the body painted later in the spring. So stick around and check it out. Okay, first things first, I'm just going to do some more seam welding. We've got a nice day. I can open up the garage door, so I'm going to work on that for a little bit. Here's some of the welding we've done on the various seams. Just kind of starting on the nose and working our way back. These welds are going to be left rough. Anywhere there's seams like this, joining the major body panels together, that's just going to be left rough. There is a lot of splatter that needs to get cleaned up along the edges, and we're going to wire wheel these and clean them up just to prep them for paint. There are a few seams on the project that need to get ground down and flushed out, so they're kind of hidden. This is one of those seams. I'm going to grind this down and then I'll look at it, and I might have to put another bead over top of it just to kind of make it smooth. Okay, now that I got some welding done, I'm going to go ahead and start patterning out and working on the roof line. A few videos ago, we did get that first roof plate over the driver's side, over the driver's area, and now we got to kind of extend that back a little bit. So there's a small little strip that needs to get cut, put in place, and then I'm going to pattern out in cardboard a large kind of semicircle piece that moves from that roof line back towards the center of the vehicle. roof section patterned out. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to break it down into 4 sections. That way we have smaller pieces and we can utilize some of the leftover cut off material that we have laying around the shop. And now that I've got the 2 front sections of that roof plate cut out and prepped, we're going to fit them in place and tack them down. Okay, so I've got 2 of those roof sections welded in place. However, before we continue with any more work on that part of the vehicle, I'm going to go ahead and double check the dimensions of the circle for the turret ring. I thought I had cut it undersized so I could go back and enlarge it later, but looking at it now, I'm going to have to double check some of the measurements before I go any further and cut any more material. So that said, we're going to switch gears and we're going to start working on something a little different. I've been saying that I'm going to start working on the patterning for the fenders in the last 2 or 3 videos, so finally we're going to get around to starting to work on that. Okay guys, I'm not sure if I can describe how difficult this actually is, but the multiple angles is making what I thought would be fairly simple into a complete nightmare. I'm looking at kind of front view, top down, and side views of the vehicle, and I'm trying to base everything off of the center hub, which I thought would be easy. And I used a plumb bob and I checked it with a level to get a center point right on this right here based off of the axle. And then I just used a square and started drawing some square lines. And I made a cardboard pattern of the basic dimensions from the top-down view. I thought I had this angle right, trying to keep this line square, right? Because looking top-down, this leading edge would be obviously square to every other edge, perpendicular edge. But then I started noticing on the original, the fender isn't level as you look on it straight on. It tapers down. It goes down on a slight angle. Fine. But then when you start monkeying around with that, it starts playing around with, you can see now that, you know, based on the rest of the vehicle, that's not perfectly level. I actually would have to have it kind of like that. Of course, that's just a piece of cardboard. It's not perfectly straight, but you can see what I'm getting at. So then it changes this line. And it also changes the line on the front slightly. So what seems simple looking, you know, straight from the side or straight top down, because of that angled panel that everything is kind of attached to, it gets really complicated quickly. Okay guys, we're going to wrap this video up here. We didn't get the patterning for that front fender completed. We're going to continue to work on it in episode 34, and we might even actually start to cut metal and start fabricating up the fenders. So make sure to come back and check that out. If you're new to the Woods Farm channel and Project 222, make sure to like and subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss any of the future upcoming videos. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching.